looks like we're up. That's pretty quick. Let's see. I'm going to share this out. Okay, we're back. Here we go. All right, that was quick. Got 3 or 4 people joining in. Welcome. It's been a while since I've done a live broadcast. Had a lot of stuff going on, so bear with me and bear with all the rules, mistakes, etc., etc. Trying to behave myself tonight, so we're drinking Topo Chico, a little sparkling water. That doesn't mean I haven't had a beer, it just means that I'm not having a whiskey. All right, it is the movement phase for the Soviet. It's not the Soviets, is it, Mitch? It's the Russians. In fact, it's the non-allied faction. How's that for a name? Non-allied. I imagine they spent quite a bit of time trying to work out what the hell they were going to call the faction. All right, movement segment. So we're going to move, initiative player is going to move any and all of his combat units up to the extent of the movement allowance. We're going to do air and air mobile and sea movement and transport are allowed. In this particular video, we will not be doing any sea movement or sea transport. And then we may indeed get into some combat, but we'll see. I'm not planning on doing a long session. Just want to get the movement stuff out of the way and let you guys have a look at the map and see what's going on. And you'll note that this section of the map here, I won't be moving anybody because I made a mistake in the last turn, and these guys couldn't have got basically where they are. They moved one phase too many. It's a slightly complicated story as to why that happened. I'm going to put this die here and try and remind myself not to move those guys. So we're going to focus on the Belarus forces down here and then the land areas that to the right of the screen. And before we get started, let's do a little quick hello to everybody. See you joined. BC Games is here. Kyle. Oh, I know Kyle, but you know, it's all good, bro. We can't drink every single session. Well, I guess we could, but I'm going to give my kidneys a bit of a break after being in Seattle for several days and drinking there. I'm going to try and find a spot for this light. I need to move it. Oh, the heck with it. Okay, so we're going to start down here. Clear weather. Interestingly enough, I was debating when I started out this particular scenario whether or not to choose the season to be winter, because it adds some benefits in terms of crossing rivers and marshes, freeze and stuff like that. So you don't pay the extra movement point penalties, but it does have some negative effects as well. And because I was being a little bit more conservative, I decided just to go with the it's summertime and it's clear weather and no storm, less storms and all that sort of stuff. But in Seattle, I played where it was frozen, and that changes the terrain a lot and changes the movement significantly. So that was pretty groovy. I've got someone pinging me on my PC. I can hear the instant messages coming in. Hey, Christopher, Mr. Kunzelman, good to see you, my friend, and GT Pony Rider, what up? And away we go. All right, I'm going to just let the rest of you guys say hi to each other, and we'll take care of business going forward from here. So we've got kind of a complicated approach here because we've got this river in the way and these forces here. I think the border guards are only active in the... Now here I am right at the very beginning of the video questioning what the rules are, but I believe this is only active for the first turn. I'm not sure. I'm gonna move this to one side and assume that's the case, and quite frankly the Belarus forces probably need the boost anyway, so we're gonna do that. So 1, 2, so we can get to there. But I'm going to have supply line issues because I do not have an MSU here. The other one is on the other side of the map. Yep. So I've got to be 1, 2, 3. Yeah. these guys actually, I didn't check the supply. These guys are going to be, well, these guys are going to be out of supply here. I missed this at the end at the beginning of the turn. So, well, this might be a very short video because these guys aren't doing a whole lot. I'm going to push up to here with this guy. These two HQs need to get into range of the 1, 2, 3.5. There we go. So here, we'll give them some protection. One, 2, 3. These air mobile forces were pretty pathetic. We'll put them all into this city. All these guys are out of supply. And these chaps got left behind. 1, 2, 3 to there. We'll put this dude. These guys are in supply here. I'm going to do this. And I may make that attack there, but 3 to 1 is not good odds. Right, now the air mobile stuff here can move. So let's sort of scroll down a little bit and have a look there. For those folks that are just joining, the blue die here is representative of the fact that basically all the non-air mobile units are not moving this turn. And that's because I screwed some stuff up. So we're going to do a little bit of consolidation here. I'm going to go 1, 2 to there. And because this hex is not cleared, this is blocking the line of supply, but I've got an MSU right here. So I can go back 1, 2, 3 to there. So I can push this dude up a little bit further, but I'm afraid to push him too far. So I'm actually going to drop him back into this city and leave those units there. Now, similarly over in Kaliningrad, before we get into the land area segment of the map, let's have a look here. We killed these S-400s last turn. The US cruise missile the crap out of those things, which makes some of these forces here a little bit vulnerable from air. And there's a lot of Polish units around here. There are reinforcements coming, so it's a little bit complicated. I put this guy right here because he blocks. He's putting zones of control over both of those roads. Still leaves this road open. So it's potentially better just to be back 1 hex further. I'm not really sure there. I'm a little nervous about all this. I've got these airborne guys holding the city. I'm pseudo worried about me as the allied player doing something stupid and trying to attack there. So there's not a lot going on in this actual turn here, but there will be some action up here. So let's have a look at the map section that's going to cover off on the land areas. And this is where, for instance, we need to knock out Latvia. And once this clears, this should knock out the Lithuanians and prevent any further meddling. But what I can't get in there. Well, I was going to try and move into, well, we get 2 moves, so let's do this. I want to prevent any sort of marine landing from there's a CV group over here that has a bunch of Marines on it. I don't want them trying to trundle their way up to the southern Baltic and threatening anything here for whatever reason, or for goodness sake, trying to take Kaliningrad for some stupid reason. So we're going to take parts of the 58th Army, and we're going to move there. In fact, we might just move all of the 58th Army into Kaliningrad and stage them then to either participate in attacking up into this area if we need to, or alternatively moving onto the map, into this section of the map next turn or next activation. Those guys have to stay under the clearing. These guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can only have 4 when they combat, so we'll use those for support. So that's 3 units for combat. Let's see if we can't punch these guys in the face here. And the reason why I'm doing this as well is because this HQ here has taken 2 strikes, so he's not going to be able to add any value this turn. So any attack is going to look something like that there. And there's a 5th unit here. Maybe that'll be attacked by these guys. We'll see. But we'll probably put the choppers in on that bad boy. I need to move. Let's see. Yeah, this 2nd guard unit force here. We're going to move them to here. And I think I'm gonna go for it here. I'm gonna come out of the clearing marker, which means they failed their clearing roll last turn. Now what is that gonna do? I don't know in land areas, if you move out of a clearing marker, you get, there was some penalty. I'll have to check that. So we're going to table that for something that needs to be looked at in a little while. And we're going to put these guys under, and they probably are going to need a new clearing marker. That's going to be my guess. I'm going to randomly pull one, and we'll put it on top there. I think that's how that works. I'll have to double check all that. Mule, what is going on? Oh, these tweezers, these are great tweezers, Jeff. I love these tweezers. Hey, Steve Lyons, if you look at the header of the video, it'll tell you what the name of the game is. All right, so let's see here. Oh, actually, maybe it won't, because it says NWP, because it's abbreviated, because I needed the extra space, so it's Next War Poland. I hope that helps. I'm just scrolling through comments here. Hey Devin, how you doing, man? Good to see you. You guys need to check out Devin's channel. He's got a video channel as well. All right, so that's movement. Now, not a whole lot going on in the world of attacking. I'm going to have to think a little bit. It would be a 6-1 attack down in Bialystok over there, so we can put some ground support on that bad boy. Some air support, I should say. We're going to have an attack here, possibly an attack here, and I'll have to check out what's going to happen in Tallinn. Let's see, what else should we be doing here? I don't get any other reinforcements this turn, but I can fly my airborne. And what I want to do is try and land an airborne unit, I think, in here. That was suggested to me as a jolly good idea, and I think it is. I think the stacking limit is 1 strength point. So I'm going to use an air mobile point. I think I'm going to use an air mobile point. Am I? Yes, I am. So I'll use 1 air mobile point, and we will endeavor with an escort, because I believe I can escort these. Now this is where I'm not 100% sure, and I don't want to really spend a lot of time trying to look up rules while we're going live. I forgot that I was going to try and do this, and I should have read up on the rules first. So let's put this down as potential here, and I'm going to resolve these offline, probably this particular stuff offline, so I can look up the rules and make sure I get it right. Let's put a camera on that so we get it right. And I'm going to allocate air into this attack here. I'm going to grab some sort of escort that I can just barely reach across the map. Come on. There's that guy. And ground support units are dudes with the number in the middle. That's a 3. We don't want to use that guy because he has a 5 on the end, which is a ground attack. Whereas I don't have a lot of good stuff. Here we go. These guys are awesome. Bring one of those in. And we'll kind of go at it from there. And then down here, in the far reaches all the way down here, we're going to put some action on that bad boy as well. I'm going to try and skate on the escort there because I don't think I have anything worthwhile. And if I do, I think it'll end up being damaged. All right, I'm gonna check the commentary, and then I'm gonna probably let things slide here. And so what I'll do, here's what I'll do. I'm going to go check a few rules, and I'll probably check back in with you guys, and we'll resolve combat live, but we'll do that in about, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes. I got a bunch of noise going on upstairs, so it's a little distracting anyway. That sounds like the takeout food is available for consumption, so it might be a great time for me to do that. In the meantime, if you don't want to see any more Next War Poland, you can go and check out the original Grognard's channel and look in on the ATS or Advanced Tobruk system tonight. So you guys have a good time. Pretty quick little stream here. I don't want to bore you to tears with me looking up rules, but I've got some stuff to look up, and I will look forward to catching up with you soon. Take it easy.